Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, today I will be talking to you about all the books that I got for my birthday. I turned 30 on the 25th of October and I was lucky enough for Ben to have taken me to Mexico to celebrate it. I was also lucky enough to come home to a few packages from people who have kindly gifted me books from my wish list, and Ben picked me up a few books as well. And I was also very happy to have received some Waterstones vouchers, which I cannot wait to use. So without further ado, here are the books that I got for my birthday. Okay, so the first book I've got here is Wildfire, and this was kindly gifted to me by @mrskp_read, so thank you so much. This is one of my most anticipated books. I actually took this with me on holiday, but I just didn't read as much as I thought I would. I have been a big fan of Hannah Grace's writing since reading Icebreaker, and although we all wanted Henry's book, I think they're probably going to save the best for last. This one follows Russ. I think he's the one who helps Anastasia when she was in the bar. This one is like a summer camp setting. I think it's almost like a second chance romance in a sense that they had a little fling or like a one-off thing, and then obviously falls book empty because they both work in the summer camp. But yeah, I'm just really excited to get like that spicy but also like giggly rom-com vibes from this book. Okay, next up is Lynn Painter's The Love Wager, and this was kindly gifted to me by @books_and_brew, so thank you so much. I have been dying to read another one of Lynn Painter's books because since reading Mr. Wrong Number and her YA book Better Than the Movies was like literally a 5-star for me, and I think Mr. Wrong Number gave like a 3.75 star, 4-star. I have realized that I am a big fan of her writing style. I don't know why I said it like that. I think they like try to bet on who basically gets into a relationship or something first. They're like workplace friends, rivals, I don't know. So obviously there's that like rivalry thing going on. We probably could guess what happens, but either way, I am so excited to read this. Next up, we have My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. But this was a gift from @bookstop_with.boo, so thank you so much, Gemma. I wanted to read this for Halloween, but obviously didn't get around to it. But is that going to stop me? Because I feel like I'm still going to enjoy the spooky rom-com vibes of this. Basically, she thinks that her roommate is a vampire, and I don't really know much else about it, but that's the way I like to keep it. So yeah, very excited. Next up, we have Pizza Girl by Jean Kyung Fraser, and this was kindly gifted to me by @book.nerd.1990, so thank you so much, Alyssa. This I have been wanting for so long. I don't know why I didn't pick it up. I think I just couldn't justify spending like full price on a short book, but I was literally itching to get this. This has been on my wish list for so long, so I'm so grateful for Alyssa for picking this up. This is more of a contemporary story. It follows a young girl and her journey of both coming of age and also motherhood. That's as much as I know about it, but I have heard nothing but great things about it. So thank you so much, Alyssa, for gifting me this one. Okay, next up we have a thriller. We have Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. This was a gift that was sent to me by @a_cottage_of_books, so thank you so much, Sarah. Again, I have heard nothing but great things about this one. I have seen this everywhere, and the premise of it is really interesting because it's a thriller, but it's got like this weird aspect of like time travel with it. I understand that something bad happens and then the main protagonist wakes up and it's like that same day, kind of like a Groundhog Day effect. I've seen nothing but good things said about this book, so I cannot wait to read this, hopefully in the month of November. Next, we have a book that was kindly gifted to me by my cousin Rain. So she made me the cutest little care package. She's in the Philippines and she made this cute care package for my mum to bring back to England when my mum visited in October. And the book that she chose was just so apt because she is one of my bridesmaids, and I have 7 aunties and obviously my mum, so 8 all of them together, if that makes sense. And it is for Aunties in a Wedding. So this is by Jessie Q Satanto, and I understand that this is the follow-up story to Dial A for Aunties, which I have read and I actually really found like hilarious. This follows Maddie Chen, and I think it's about her wedding. I don't know much else about it. I haven't actually read the back. I was hoping to read this when I was in Mexico because I thought it'd be like a nice light beach read, but I changed my mind, and although I don't get married until next year, I'm actually going to save this for when I go on the cruise with my whole family after the wedding, because I don't know, I just feel like it's perfect for me. So thank you so much, Rain. I cannot wait to get into this one. Okay, next up we have Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. For some reason, 2 of the books that were sent to me when I came back from holiday didn't have the slips from Amazon, which is so annoying, but I did find out who they are, but I am filming on my phone, so I cannot see it, so I'm so sorry that I'm not able to like give you a shout out or thank you. But everybody that kindly gifted me something, I will pop their links down below. This, I believe, is book 2, no? This book 2? Or book 3, I can't remember. I think it's book 2, and this is the one that follows Christian and Stella. I think he's a morally great character, and she's very much like almost like a mousy character, and I think everything about them is like opposites. It's like a opposites attract thing. I don't really know anything else about it, but this is chunky for like a romance book. It is just over 550 pages. But I've heard nothing but good things about the Twisted series, so thank you so much to whoever kindly gifted this to me. Yeah. Okay, next up we have Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. This was kindly gifted to me by @mhpbooks_, so thank you so much, Meredith. This is obviously, I say obviously, but this is the third and I believe final installment to the Knock 'Em Out series, literally the cringiest series name, but we do it anyway. I have read Things We Left Behind. Yeah, no, this is Things We Never Got Over is the first one. So I really enjoyed that, which is like, I really didn't think I would, but I really enjoyed that. I haven't read Things We Hide from the Light, which is Nash's book, but this is the one I'm really excited about because Lucian and Sloane's like banter in the first book was just super good, so I'm hoping that it lives up to that, though I have seen some reviews that suggest otherwise. Pretty sure it's like an enemies to lovers because they just bicker all the time, but they don't tell you what happened for them to be bickering like that, so I am excited to get to the bottom of it. But obviously before I read this, I'm gonna have to read Things We Hide from the Light. Anyway, thank you so much, Meredith, for picking this up for me. Okay, next up we have Holly Jackson's 5 Survive, and this was kindly gifted to me by Lucy. I don't have your @ here, but it just says from Lucy, so thank you so much, Lucy. I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, well, actually all 3 books. I have tried to read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder quite a few times, but I just can't get into the format. So maybe I'm going to try and do like audio and physical for that. But I was really tempted to buy this when it first came out, but I just didn't want it in hardback. So I'm so happy that this was kindly sent to me by Lucy. This, I'm sure you all know, follows, I think it's like set in like a 24-hour thing or like in one night where a group of friends get like stranded, like their RV, and then there's like a sniper trying to kill them all off. I think it's really exciting when you get thrillers or mysteries that are set in such like a small amount of time, so I'm really excited to get into this one. Thank you again, Lucy, for getting this for me. Next up we have Patricia Wants to Cuddle by Samantha Allen. I have been so intrigued with this book for so long, like ever since I heard of it I was just like, okay, this is right up my street because I love a weird book. So this was kindly gifted to me by @Abby's Bookshelf, so thank you so much, Abby. So I believe this follows a group of people who are in a reality show where I think they have to go to an island or somewhere remote, something like that, and then there's something out there that they're like, oh my god, what is it? It's like a horror comedy, so I'm really excited to get into this. I think November will be the perfect time to get into this one, so yeah. Next we have Eliza Clark's Penance. This was also gifted to me, but this was the other one where Amazon didn't include a slip. I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but yeah, I will link them down below. But thank you whoever brought me this because I am dying to read this. When I read Boy Parts, all I wanted to do was pick this up, and I don't know why I didn't, but I just really wanted to, and now I'm glad that I've got it. It's a contemporary where I think it follows people who lives in a small town where a tragedy struck, and then it's like journalists come in and they uncover and unravel like the people in that town's like stories, I guess. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I've heard and that's what I got from the blurb. So yeah, either way, the only thing I know is that people really rate this highly, so thank you so much whoever got me this, because honestly this was high on my to buy list. So the next book is Riley Sager's The House Across the Lake, and this was kindly gifted to me by @MattyMiniBooks Reviews. And oh my god, okay, so I first heard of this when Hayley Pham was talking about when she read this and how much she loved it, and it's just been living in my head rent free. I've never read any of Riley Sager's books. I do have Survive the Night, but I haven't heard very great things about it, so I'm really excited to read this. I am also hoping to pick this up fairly soon. Basically, we follow our main protagonist who lives on like this lake where all these houses back onto it, and I think she just like basically watches the house across the lake, and obviously some shit goes down, and it's your typical suburban thriller. Yeah, can't wait. So the next lot of books are the books that Ben has kindly given to me for my birthday. There are a lot of them and I am so grateful. So let's just crack on. First of all, we have Flawless by Elsie Silver. I have actually read this already, but I read it on my Kindle and I've only got, I think I've only got Powerless and Heartless, which is great, but obviously we want the whole set. So he has picked up Flawless by Elsie Silver. So this is the first book in the Chestnut Spring series, and we follow Rhett Eaton, who is a bull rider, and Summer, who is his like PR manager's daughter, and she gets sent off to babysit him because he's just like such a silly, like goofy bad boy, and she's just there to do damage control. And this was a really cute read. This was a 4.5 star for me. It was, however, my least favorite out of the 5 of them, but I still want the whole series because the series are like altogether infinity stars. So yeah, love that. Next we have Elisa Sisman's Once More with Feeling. I feel like this doesn't get the best reviews out there, but you know what, I find that I still want to read these books and make my own mind up about it, because there's been some books that you guys have loved that I absolutely despised, and then there's some books that you guys have despised that I've absolutely loved. So I'm going to take a chance on every book. So we follow someone who is a pop star, and then something happens that kind of makes her fall out of the limelight. I don't know if this is meant to be a romance or more of like a her story, but yeah. Next we have Layla Motley's Night Crawling, which I have wanted for so long. I just didn't want it in hardback. This is like a short story contemporary fiction. It's just under 270 pages, and this follows a young girl and her struggles because she's basically in a horrid situation where she has to provide for her family, and the way she does that is by walking the streets. And yeah, I'm quite intrigued to know what this is about. I haven't seen too many reviews on it, but yeah. I did ask for some Christmas books as well, so they will be dotted around here. One of them being All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. So I'm pretty sure this is, rather than enemies to lovers, I think it's like rivals to lovers, because they are competing in this like singing competition, and obviously it's just going to be a good old-fashioned Christmas romance, and that's the kind of vibe that I want to go for when it comes to like December time. We don't just want regular rom-coms in December, we want Christmas rom-coms. Next we have One Last Gift by Emily Stone. This made its rounds last Christmas, so I feel like I had to pick it up for this Christmas. This is more of a drama romance, I believe, because this follows this girl and her brother's best friend, and I understand that her brother passes and leaves them some sort of like tasks to do. So the brother who passed away asks his best friend and his sister to do like a bunch of things, and I'm almost certain they'll bond over that. So this one is a little bit more of an emotional read, but again, it's Christmas themed, so can't go wrong. The lighting is going funny right now because the sun is setting, so I'm really sorry about that. Let's try and just keep going. Okay, next we have Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Maniscalco. I'm pretty sure that there is a book before this already, and I don't know if it's like, what's it called, standalones at all, but I read the blurb and Ben said if I want it I can have it, so I asked for it anyway. I think it's maybe like a darker fantasy, don't know anything else about it, I'm just aware that it follows like sisters, I think, and that's it. So hopefully this will help me get onto my fantasy era. Next I have A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. I have heard really good things about this, and I'm pretty sure that she's like a witch and he's a demon, and obviously they fake date. So I love the fact that it's like a romance, it's probably a rom-com, but it has that supernatural aspect of it. So yeah, we're slowly getting there, guys. Okay, so like I said earlier, Ben got me Flawless, but he also got me Reckless by Elsie Silver, because this I didn't have either. This is book number 4 and follows Theo Silva, who is the kind of like Rhett's prodigy. He's also a bull rider, and he gets together with Winter, who is Summer's half sister. I'm not going to tell you much more about it, apart from that it is a trope that not a lot of people like, but I have not experienced that yet until this, and you know what, I actually didn't mind it. And a lot of people say that this trope that is usually disliked was done really well in this one, and I will say that Theo was great. Like Theo was like just such a good male main character, like a love interest. I gave this a 5 star, and this is like my second favorite out of all of the Chestnut Springs books. Next we have The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. I actually read The X-Hex last year for Halloween and it wasn't anything crazy, but I thought it was just like cute, fun vibes, a little bit spicy. So when I found out that there is a second part, I did ask for this one. This follows the female main character in the first book's cousin, so Gwen, and then the main guy, I think his name was Reese, his brother Wells, and it's kind of like a rivalry because they both run businesses like opposite each other. And what I loved about this like world is the town that they're in. It's definitely giving like Stars Hollow if Stars Hollow was like supernatural, if that makes sense. I can't wait to read this. It would have been nice to read this for October, but who cares? Okay, and then I also got another edition of Wildfire, but this is the sprayed edges edition from the Works. I don't need to tell you anything else about it because I have spoken about it and you probably already know what this is about. But yeah, I just got the sprayed edges version. I think we've got 5 more books. Oh my lord. Okay, so I think this is the last Christmas book that I've got, but it is Window Shopping by Tasha Bailey. This one, I'm not sure if it's a romance or if it's like following the main character's life more than anything, but all I know is that I like Tasha Bailey. She writes really cute banter. It's less than 250 pages and it's Christmas themed, and I'm sorry, but that cover is just gorgeous. So I'm just gonna have to read it. Okay, next up we have One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle. She wrote in 5 years. This one is so interesting because this follows a girl who basically her mum passes away, so she travels to Italy where her mum is from, and then she finds a girl who is her mum, but like when her mum was young. So there's that, again, that supernatural time traveling aspect of it, but I think this is more of an emotional read and I genuinely can't wait to read this one. Probably won't be until the springtime, but yeah. Next we have Blood Sugar by Sasha Rothschild. So this follows, I'm pretty sure she's a serial killer, but she's definitely a murderer of some sort. I don't know if it's a mystery or if it's a thriller, but I have heard Destiny, I think, read this and said that it was actually quite good. So obviously if Destiny says it's good, I'm gonna read it. Okay, so the last 2 books I've got here are both hardbacks. The first is Rouge by Mona Awad. I love Mona Awad, okay? I've read 2 of her books. Bunny was just absolutely like mind-blowing masterpiece to me. 13 Ways of Looking at a Fat Girl, didn't really love it. I was so desperate for this, and this was actually the first book that Ben got me for my birthday because he always lets me open a present on the 1st of October, and it was this one, so I was very, very happy. I'm pretty sure it's like a retelling of Snow White or Beauty and the Beast, is it? Am I just making that up? I'm pretty sure it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, her name is Belle, but it's like modern day. So I don't want to know anything else about it. I'm just hoping that it's as good as Bunny. And last but not least, we have R.F. Kuang's Yellow Face. I have been so desperate to get this. Also, I've just realised she goes by Rebecca F. Kuang in this one, whereas Babel, she's known as R.F. Kuang. I don't know if that's for any reason. I have been wanting to read this for so long, and this was the book that he brought for me to open in Mexico because we had limited luggage and he wanted me to have something to open on the morning of my birthday. So he actually lugged this all the way to Mexico just so I could open it, and I'm so excited to read this. I know my sister has been wanting to read this as well, so yeah. So those were the books that I got for my birthday. I am feeling so grateful and so blessed to be able to have all these new additions to my book collection. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!